Have you ever wanted to get shots like this? Or this? But your lights are just too big for the space? Or maybe you just need a quick splash of fill and you don't want to plug in another light. I mean, I literally just tossed it on the couch over there with a little bounce. Case in point, you might need one of these. This is a new Nanlite PavoTube II 6 CP. So Nanlite did send me these lights in exchange for a review, but I am going to give an honest opinion, and it's a pretty easy one to give because I honestly don't have any complaints about these lights. I'll also be making some lighting breakdowns here in the near future with these tubes and a couple other Nanlite products that they sent over. Stay tuned for those. Tube lights are one of the greatest investments for a starting out photographer, videographer, or even experienced. If you don't have them in your kit, I mean, they're just so versatile. They're compact, RGB. In most cases, they have effects built in. And like the Nanlite here, these PavoTube II 6 CPs have 1/4-20 mounting thread options on both sides. They also have built-in magnets, and they send you these little metal plates that you can tape onto surfaces, so then you could essentially make any surface a magnetic surface. Just be careful when you go sticking this to older paints on the wall and doors and stuff like that with tape. Just be cautious of what tape you use because you could end up like me and end up peeling the paint off of stuff, and nobody wants that, right? One of my favorite things about these is that not only do they have the little battery bar that shows you, you got like 5 bars of battery or 3 bars of battery, but when you adjust the dimming, so like right now I'm at 100%, it actually tells me I have 1 hour left at 100%, right? And if I adjust all the way down to 1%, now it takes a second to calibrate and everything, but at 1%, it says I have 7.1 hours. And I really like that it's giving me a reading so that I know, like, hey, if I get down to, I got 2 little bars of battery left, well, how much time can I operate this light at the wattage that I need it to be at? Like you're on set and you're like, oh, this scene's gonna take 30 minutes to shoot. Can we, how long is this light gonna stay on? Well, I don't know, well, like the fact that you can just go, yep, I got enough battery to make it, we're gonna be fine. That is awesome. Don't forget to get the egg crates. Basically, this essentially works just like your grid does on a softbox. It just helps control the lighting. And anytime you can control your lighting, the more you can control your lighting, the better it is, right? Okay, so I'm getting a very direct source of light coming out of here. If I take this off, watch how much it's gonna spill across the room, okay? Being able to direct your lights, control the light, shape the light, very important. I don't know how much these are, but I'm assuming they're probably like 15 bucks for 2 of them or something like that. So definitely get the egg crates. The new tubes have saturation control for your HSI. So, let's say you just want like a kiss of green instead of the whole tongue. You can turn down the saturation as far as you want, basically all the way to white. And then all the way back up to 100% saturation. The CCT range has been expanded from 2400 all the way up to 12,000 Kelvin. And if you go down, you can also shift the green and magenta, which is always super nice to have. They also added gel options that are based off the big filter companies, Roscoe and Lee, and they're coded to the gel numbers, making it easy to match, whatever gels you might be using on set that day. Take all these features and make it simple to operate in the Nanlink app, and I'm sold. I mean, you can create scenes, groups, diagrams, add as many Nanlite products as you want. And I mean, shoot, you might as well be the Wizard of Oz pulling all the levers behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Beyond just the basic controls like intensity, color, saturation, you can really dig into the effects. Timing of the effects, even the color shift that occurs in the effect. And in the gel mode, you can easily search by gel names if you already know what you want. Now, I will say, The one kink that I found is I was trying to search a specific gel number like L359 or something like that in the search bar, and you can't search by that. So you can't search by the code, you have to search by the name of the gel, like Glacier Blue or something like that. So that is the one downside, because I think sometimes you just want to punch in a couple numbers and not have to spell a whole bunch of stuff out. So I think hopefully they're going to work on that. I did email them about it, and we'll see. Even without the app, the new button configuration is just so simple and intuitive. I mean, you got the on-off switch, up and down arrow key, and as soon as you want to press into something, you hit the check button, and then you adjust it up and down. You want to go back to the menu, you go to menu. This is the menu button, up and down. It doesn't get more self-explanatory than that. I had a set of tube lights that I bought from a different company a long time ago, and the button configuration just didn't really make sense. Every time that I would pick them up and try to adjust them on set, I just felt stupid. And that's the last thing you want in front of a client and fellow crew members, is out there fiddling around trying to figure out how to work your lights. So I love the simplicity of the button layout on these and the markings on them, right? So like check, up, down, menu, super simple. This light is coming in at about $89 right now for one tube, and that's without the egg crates. But like I said, make sure you get the egg crates. And if you currently have the previous generation of this light, the Mark II 6C, here's a quick comparison between the two. So the upgrades on the new tubes provide the Nebula C4 color engine, which is giving you the cleaner color mixing, and that's basically allowing all these other things to happen. The much wider CCT range of 2400 to 12,000 Kelvin versus 2700 to 7500 Kelvin. You get the plus minus 150 green magenta shift versus plus minus 100. You got the gel modes now, Lee and Roscoe presets, bigger battery, 78 minutes versus 65 to 70 minutes at 100%. Then you got the NFC pairing with the Nanlink 2.0 app, which is basically just giving you a faster and better connection. So, the big question, should you buy these tubes? I think before I answer that, I should just kind of give a little insight into how I go about buying gear. And for me to buy a piece of gear, it usually has to check a couple boxes. And those boxes are, does it make my life easier on set? Does it make it faster on set? And am I filling in a gap of something I don't have? So yes, being able to put these in the refrigerator, oven, small tight spaces just to fill in where I need it to, yes, that fills the need that I have. So I would buy these lights. Now, if you already have the previous set of these tubes, the Nanlite PavoTube II 6Cs, that's a bit of a harder question. Yes, these upgrades are very good. I think that it's worth it, but at the same time, do you need more tubes? Like if you already have two sets of the other tubes, do you need two more tubes? What are you gonna do with those 4 tubes? If it makes sense, then yes, buy them. But if you're like, well, I already got 2 tubes, I don't know if I really need them, you probably don't need them if you're thinking that question. Then again, these lights are pretty inexpensive, for the amount of value that you get out of them. So I don't know, like I said, that's a more complicated question, and it's more of something that you have to answer on your own. If you have any questions about these lights, or really just anything video or film related, hit me up on Instagram, drop a comment. I'm more than happy to answer anything that I can, and if I can't answer it, then I'll point you in the right direction to somebody who can answer it, or a video that could answer your question. And stay tuned for the videos coming out here in the near future, the lighting breakdowns. I'm gonna be using these 2 tubes and a couple other Nanlite lights to set up some simple scenes, just kind of walk through why I'm lighting them the way I am, why I'm using the color temperature the way I am, and just kind of walk through my whole thought process as I light the scenes. So yeah, see you in the next one. I mean, come on. 2 tubes, toss them up real quick. Simple. That's what I'm saying, man. Easy, easy, easy. Just buy them. Just buy them. You'll thank me later.